Hey everyone, and welcome to my shoe review of the New Balance Fresh Foam Boracay. Tell you a little bit about the shoe. The shoe is a one-piece outsole, a one-piece midsole, and the upper isn't really stretchy, but it has got some give in it as well. And it has quite a sturdy heel counter, as well as a very well padded tongue. Other than that, there's really not a lot to this shoe. With the geometry that they put into the shoes here, you can see if I push out there, they do concave and the convex. It doesn't do bugger all. So it actually helps if you're pronating in that way at all. This stuff here, without actually having a dual density or a hard plastic shank in the center of it, can be actually a little bit of a stability shoe. So it does give you some support. You can wear this shoe sockless. I'll show you the inside of the shoe, but you can wear it sockless. It's quite soft, it's quite nice. The padding on the heel is very good as well. One thing I did find is when I wore this sockless for 5k, the stitching around the tongue is absolute bloody shite. Look at that. That is absolute shite. And what you find is that all this here is actually compressed into your foot, and you have all these squiggly lines all over your foot, and actually does cause some irritation. The longevity of this shoe, I would not see probably going any more than 400k, especially the way that I run it. And if you're paying full price for about $170, $160 for this, you're not getting a lot of bang for your buck. So overall, if you're going to buy this shoe, try and pick it up on sale. I do know that you can pick it up for about $100 at the moment, in some places even $80, because I wouldn't want to pay full price for this and not get longevity of the shoe. There is a new version of this coming out which does have the cage over it. Not a big fan, especially after running in the Adidas Energy Boost, which has the cage, and every time I run it I get blisters, so there won't be a shoe review for that one, trust me. The laces on the shoe are overly long, let's say super long too, and stretchy. Like, you've got a fair bit of give in the laces, and I'm finding when I do up my laces in these things, not only do I double loop them, but I end up quadrupling and still have some flappy bits on the side when I run. I have ran a lot of long runs in this shoe, 20k's, and also a couple of 30k's in this shoe, and the shoe does handle it. However, if you're running a lot of miles in this shoe from day dot you buy it, from the first probably 0 to 80k's, the shoe has got quite a, what do you call, a medium cushion, and quite responsive. It is quite snappy on the toe off as well, and I've used it in some couple of 5k races, so they're actually quite good. However, after the 80k's, the shoe does settle in, and on the downhills, the shoe does bottom out, and you can feel that in your quads quite a fair bit, especially if you're doing hill repeats, if you're doing 10k worth of hills like I do. It absolutely canes your quads the next day and you're feeling quite sore. So overall, I wouldn't usually call this a well cushioned shoe. I would call it a moderate cushioned shoe. The flexibility of the Boracay is actually quite good. It has quite a lot of flex, as well as some lateral flex as well. The part where the shoe does fall down is in durability. After only 340 kilometers in the shoe, you're showing some major signs of wear there in the toe-off section as well as the heel section. If I hold it that way, you can also see how much it's actually worn down compared to the areas I don't run in. I think a lot of this is attributed to the little bit of foam here on the outside. It runs right around the outside of the shoe, then it actually meets the rubber. The rubber probably should have came right out to the edge, and would probably fix a lot of those issues with you see the fraying down the side there of the EVA foam. The rubber is more durable, so it can handle it, but the foam is not, and it's starting to show some fray, especially up in the areas right up here where I'm not really actually striking and rolling through, and that's starting to fray and wear down as well. The upper, I know you guys can see this or not, but if you're looking at the upper here, it actually starts wearing away. You can see with my finger is tapping on the spot there in that little hole up top, a little pulsating. The inside is actually starting to wear out as well. Also found on some of the longer runs with this shoe, this silver stuff here on the inside actually starts wearing out onto your socks, and then it actually looks like you've got someone with a silver texture started colouring in your socks for you. When compared to its predecessor, after 500k's in this shoe, I've got the same wear pattern down here, which is great. Look at the toe-off section here, nowhere near it, and there is some there in the forefoot section as well, which is about the same wear. So I don't know whether they're the same rubbers or not, but the endurance it's actually on this one is a lot better than whatever they put on this one. This one just seems a little bit more softer than the predecessor's version. On the upper, we've got a little hole here at the top. You can see my finger flashing there as well. This hole only came about after doing 400 kilometers in the shoe. Well over 400 kilometers I should say, because I actually got this hole running in the Cadbury Marathon down in Hobart, and this hole came about probably about midway through the run, and that's what caused me to get my very first blister in this shoe. Overall guys, thanks for watching my shoe review of the New Balance Boracay. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helps you with your purchasing any of your future shoes, especially if you do want to try this shoe. I definitely recommend it. Just make sure you pick it up on sale, because really the duration of it that you get out of this shoe isn't really worth it when you compare it to its predecessor, when you're getting 500 Ks out of this shoe. So thanks for watching again. Cheers.